respect for age. Maturity is a parental attitude to youth wherever it may be. The mature person worships deity through kindness, gentleness, integrity. Maturity also often brings with it an appreciation for the arts, music, literature, all kinds of refined things. The mature person rules his own family wisely and lovingly, and each of the members of the family respects the others and also respects the potential within themselves, which must be developed if the person is to become a mature individual. So Confucius put maturity as something to us would be almost perfection, something beyond anything we can really appreciate. But it's not true at all. Maturity is simply the individual reacting to his own internal endowments. Maturity is the use of the mind constructively, the use of the emotions constructively, and the care of the body with discipline, or at least with consideration. Therefore, a mature person does not make common mistakes. They do not have bad dispositions. They are not confirmed warriors. They are not jealous of each other. They are not contentious in their attitudes. They do not create riots. They are not given to crime. They do not attempt to take what they have not earned. And when they work, they do an honest day's work. These things make maturity. Maturity has nothing to do with wealth. It has nothing to do with physical office. It really has nothing to do primarily with years, because maturity can extend over a long period of time. Maturity does not necessarily fade out with age either. The individual who is basically mature, who has not merely blocked his mistakes, but has outgrown them, will even in the closing years of life, with the gentility, the thoughtfulness, the kindness, and the sincerity appropriate to his internal achievements. Now, somewhere in this pattern of things, we have the archetype of the human being. And nearly all philosophies and religions have worked on this archetype in one way or another to try to see how it can be turned in the direction most necessary. One of the things that helped a lot in the old days was religion. Religion in old times was a little bit more like the instinct of the animal. Primitive religions were things that were held by a kind of internal recognition. Early religions were never justified by argument and never sustained by elaborate philosophical speculations. Most primitive religions were simply natural human reactions to problems. The need for certain basic values and integrities. There was a certain loyalty in primitive religion. There was a certain natural defense of the clan or the brood family, the protection of the weak, and kindness to the old, and patience with the young. These were natural attributes which were gradually theologized, but which were well established before theologies came into existence. And by degrees, religion changes. Integrities within the individual alter his theological acceptance. He is no longer willing to take certain beliefs that are inconsistent with the higher integrity of himself. He has really come to realize that he can love all human beings for the best and good that is in them. He can no longer belong to a faith that damns happiness. He can no longer be part of something which is unworthy of his own natural internal growth. Thus, religion is censored by the maturity of the individual, by experiences, by integrity, also by observation and tradition.
Pushed aside because the criminals, the people we lock up in jail, are simply the people who didn't make it. So naturally, the real boss sits with his back to the wall and his henchmen on either side of it. And so when you design a church, what does it look like? The Catholic Church, with the altar as it used to be, it's changing now because the Catholic religion is changing. The The Catholic Church has the altar with its back to the wall at the east end of the church. And there, the altar is the throne. The priest is the chief vizier of the court, and he is making obeisance to the throne. And there is the throne of God, the altar. And all the people are facing it and kneeling down. And a great Catholic cathedral is called a basilica, from the Greek basileus, which means king. So a basilica is the house of the king. And the ritual of the Catholic Church is based upon all rituals of this area. The Protestant Church is a little different, but basically the same. The furniture of the Protestant Church is based on the judicial courthouse. The pulpit. The judge in an American court wears a black robe. He wears exactly the same dress as the Protestant. And everybody sits in these boxes. There's a jury box, there's a box for the judge, there's a box for this, a box for that. And those are pews in an ordinary kind of colonial type Protestant church. So both these kinds of churches, which have an automatic view of the nature of the universe, decorate themselves, are architecturally constructed in accordance with political images of the universe. One is the king and the other is the judge, Your Honor. There's sense in this. When in court you have to refer to the judge as Your Honor, it stops the people engaged in litigation from losing their tempers and getting this is certain sense. But when you want to apply that image to the universe itself, to the very nature of life, it has limitations. For one thing, the idea of the difference between matter and spirit. This idea doesn't work anymore. Long ago, physicists stopped asking the question, what is matter? They began. They wanted to know what is the fundamental substance of the world. And the more they asked that question, the more they realized they couldn't answer it. Because if you're going to say what matter is, you've got to describe it in terms of behavior. That is to say, in terms of form, in terms of pattern. You tell what it does. You describe its the smallest shapes of it that you can see. Do you see what happens? You look, say, at a piece of stone, and you want to say, well, what is this piece of stone made of? Well, you take your microscope and you look at it, and instead of just this block of stuff, you see ever so many tinier shapes, little crystals. So you say, fine, so far so good. Now, what are these crystals made of? You take a more powerful instrument and you find that they are made of molecules. And then you take still more powerful instruments to find out what the molecules are made of, and you begin to describe
funny inside. And so we like to hear new words. We like to hear about Tao, about Brahman, about Shinyo and Tathata, and such strange names from the Far East, because they don't carry the same associations of mawkish sanctimony and funny meanings from the past. And actually, some of these words that the Buddhists use for the basic energy of the world really don't mean anything at all. The word tathata, which is translated from the Sanskrit into suchness or thusness or something like that, really means something more like da-da-da, based on the word tat, which in Sanskrit means that. And so in Sanskrit it is said, tat tvam asi, that thou art, or in modern American, you're it. But da That's the first sound a baby makes when it comes into the world. Because the baby looks around and says, da, 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 that. And fathers flatter themselves and think it's saying da-da, which means daddy. But according to Buddhist philosophy, all this universe is one da-da-da. That means 10,000 functions or 10,000 things, one suchness. And we're all one suchness. And that means that suchness comes and goes like everything else because this whole world is an on and off system. As the Chinese say, it's the yang and the yin. And therefore it consists of now you see it, now you don't, here you are, here you aren't, here you aren't. Because that's the very nature of energy, to be like waves. Waves have crests and troughs. Only we, being under a certain kind of sleepiness or illusion, imagine that the trough is going to overcome the wave or the crest. The yin, the dark principle, is going to overcome the yang or the light principle. And that off is finally going to triumph over on. And we, shall I say, bug ourselves by indulging in that illusion. Gee, supposing darkness did win out, wouldn't that be terrible? And so we're constantly trembling, thinking that it may, because after all, isn't it odd that anything exists? It's most peculiar, it requires effort, it requires energy. It would be so much easier for there to have been nothing at all. Therefore we think, well, since the is side of things is so much effort, you always give up after a while and you sink back into death. But death is just the other face of energy. And it's the rest, not being anything around, that produces something around, just in the same way that you can't have solid without space, or space without solid. When you wake up to this, and realize that the more it changes, the more it's the same thing as the transition. That you are really a playing of this one energy, and there is nothing else but that it is you, but that for you to be always you would be an insufferable bore. And therefore, it is arranged that you stop being you after a while, and then come back to someone else altogether. So when you find that out, you become full and delight. As Blake said, energy is eternal delight. And you suddenly see through the whole sham of things. You realize you're that. We won't put a name on it. You're that. And you can't be anything else. So you are relieved of fundamental terror. That doesn't mean